today's topic is Satvajaya Chikitsa. I know this particular term is new to many, but this is the first term mentioned in the Ayurveda classic for the psychotherapy. We are aware of the psychotherapy, we are aware of the mind body medicine, we are aware of the energy medicine, but from where these terms are coming, where the knowledge is actually coming. And the actual knowledge is coming from the Ayurveda only. Ayurveda is a very ancient science, very ancient science. जब ये सारे terms थे ही नहीं, उसके पहले से आयुर्वेद है. आयुर्वेद का मोटिव ही यही है कि first is to procure your health. एक स्वस्थ व्यक्ति के स्वास्थ्य की रक्षा करना. अगर आप स्वस्थ हैं, if you are healthy, how to stay healthy? That is the Ayurveda. And if any disease is coming to you, then how to deal with that disease? Then comes the medicines and everything. So in Ayurveda, if you want to stay healthy or if you are diseased, there are the three types of chikitsas being written. That's the Yukti Vipasha Chikitsa, Dev Vipasha Chikitsa, and Satvajaya Chikitsa. The thing is that why the three chikitsas are mentioned? For that, let's talk in the detail. All of you know about it, but I just want to enlighten that what is written in Ayurveda so that you can understand it much better. Ayurveda as the entity of being human is complete because of the three things. That's mind, body, and soul. And that's been written in Ayurveda. Like if there is any issue in the body, you'll be obviously feeling diseased. If there is any issue in mind, you'll be feeling diseased. What about the soul? Ayurveda says that the soul, Atma, Paramatma ka अंश है, divine in nature. Soul divine in nature है, तो obviously उसको कभी healing की जरूरत ही नहीं है. Body की बात करें, body क्या है? Body is the physical entity which you can touch, which you can feel, which you can scan. That's the body. If you have any broken bones, you go to the orthopedics. If you are having any sort of other ailments, which includes the body, you have the medicines for that. But nowadays, there are many diseases which are coming because of the other root causes, which do not even include the body. And what it includes, that's the mind. That's a third entity. Mind, body, and soul. Soul is a divine in nature. Therapy की जरूरत नहीं होती है वहां पे because it's already divine. Body, the physical entity. Then comes the mind, man. What actually mind is? आप लोगों को ना believe नहीं होगा. I am practicing this particular holistic Ayurveda, the Satvajaya Chikitsa, since like 9 to 10 years. 99% पेशेंट से जब मैं पूछती हूँ कि माइंड क्या है, आंसर मुझे ये आता है कि माइंड ब्रेन है. मैं पूछती हूँ कहाँ है, दिमाग में है, सर में है, पर आंसर इज नो. आप लोग खुद सोचिए, हमारी उम्र इतनी हो गई है, हमें एक्चुअली यही अभी तक अवेयरनेस नहीं हो पाई है कि माइंड क्या है. पॉसिबली यू ऑल, सिंस यू ऑल आर हियर in this particular community, you all know it. So I request you all to please make people aware what actually mind is. Mind is obviously not brain. Brain the physical entity hai na. If it is a physical entity, so it's a part of the body. If it's a part of the body, then why do we have to mention the mind separately? It's obviously not brain. Mind is not brain. So what is mind? हम इसको एक एग्जाम्पल के रूप से समझते हैं. जैसे कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल देयर इज अ कार. एक कार का मॉडल, लेट्स टेक एग्जाम्पल टाटा सफारी. टाटा सफारी, मेनी पीपल आर हैविंग द टाटा सफारी, बट व्हाट मेक्स टाटा सफारी योर्स टाटा सफारी इफ यू आर हैविंग इट? द बॉडी ऑफ द टाटा सफारी, द बॉडी इंक्लूडिंग इंजन, द होल बॉडी इज द बॉडी, द फिजिकल पार्ट. द फ्यूल इन टाटा सफारी, जिससे वो चलती है, the fuel is sold. Now, what is mind in it? Whenever I ask this question to any of my patients, I never get the right answer. Never, ever. So I request you all to also think about it. The actual answer for it is the driver. Yes, the driver. If the driver health is good, if the driver is healthy, then the vehicle will also be maintained properly और वो सही तरीके से अच्छे से चलेगा, properly maintained रहेगा. Same is there in us also. If the vehicle's driver, that is our mind, which is the actual controller, if it is healthy, then obviously our whole life will stay healthy, will live healthy, और हमें कोई problem भी नहीं होगी. So the first thing is that we have to understand mind. Mind is not any physical part. Mind is the particular energy which surrounds your whole physical body with the center pit of your stomach. Why I am saying pit of the stomach is that कभी भी डर लगा है आपको? जब भी डर लगता है ना तो सबसे पहले क्या होता है? पेट में गुड़गुड़ाहट होती है. याद करिए कभी वाइवा से पहले, एग्जाम से पहले, किसी को लूज मोशन हो जाते हैं, किसी को कॉन्स्टिपेशन हो जाता है, पेट में गुड़ 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 गुड़. From there the term is coming, butterflies in the stomach. Why is it coming? Because fear. Fear is the prime emotion of mind. And first thing it affects is your stomach, is your digestion. So the people who live constantly in the fear, constantly into that sort of emotion, the anxiety, they have the digestion issue. So that was your emotion which actually manifested there in your physical body. That's how it works. Because mind is the controller. If there is anything stuck in the mind, obviously it starts manifesting in the body. Let's take a particular example. Like we store everything there in our mind. All of you know that. We store everything in the subconscious state in the form of two kinds of files, positive files and negative files. How the files are positive? Based on our experience. How we form the experience? Like, for example, first time ever you ate gulab jamun. माँ के हाथ का बना है, गोल है, काला है, सॉफ्ट है. खाया और आपको कैसा लगा? सपोज मजा आ गया. तो कैसी फाइल बनेगी? पॉजिटिव फाइल, राइट? From your consciousness, from your senses, you see any object like that, gold, kala, soft. Immediately that file will get triggered and it will tell you, oh, I liked it. मुझे खाने का मन कर रहा है. And then that positive file will let you have that. But suppose vice versa. First time ever, you ate the gulab jamun and you vomited. What kind of file will it be? Negative, right? So, second time, anytime you see any object like that, gold, kala, soft again, what will that file say? Immediately it will get triggered and it will tell you, हाँ मत लेना. क्या हो जाएगा? Vomit हो जाएगी. That's not the problem of those gulas. The problem is with the file within us, which gets triggered, which was stored there in our subconscious mind, right? So we'll restrain ourselves from eating that gulla with the fear that if I eat it, I'll vomit. If we are having that fear and someone forced us to eat it, what will happen? Since mind is the controller, emotion is the fear that I will vomit, and what will mind do? It will trigger, it will activate the diaphragm and you'll feel nauseated. And one day we'll start saying that I am allergic to gulab jamun, right? So over here, the problem is not of the gulla, it is all about our emotions. It's all about the mind, because mind is the controller. So we have to understand this. It's been mentioned in Ayurveda. Agar aapne Ashtang Hriday padhi hai, the first shloka of Ashtang Hriday, the sutra of first chapter, the first verse of Ashtang Hriday says that a person, a Vaidya, who can treat rag, dvesh, all the emotions there in the person, which spreads in the whole body and causes all sorts of diseases, that is the best Vaidya ever. Means, आपके अंदर जो भी negative emotions हैं, it spreads in the body, it causes, it manifests diseases in the body. So what do we need to deal with is a root cause. And the root cause is there in the mind. Mind is the controller which manifested there in the body. That's why it's been said that the mind over matter. And from where this knowledge is actually coming, it is coming from our Shastra, from our ancient science, that is Ayurveda. Since this is the particular thing that we know that the mind is causing it, so Ayurveda tells that how to treat it, how to actually deal with it. I am not saying how to manage it. स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट बहुत सब कर सकते हैं, हम मेडिटेशन से कर सकते हैं, हम योगा से कर सकते हैं, हम मल्टीपल वेज से मैनेजमेंट कर सकते हैं. बट आयुर्वेदा टॉक्स अबाउट हाउ टू डील विद इट, हाउ टू ट्रीट इट. फॉर दैट ओनली इन आयुर्वेदा द चिकित्सा इज सत्ववावजय चिकित्सा. Sattva is a guna of mind. Like all of you know what sattva is. Sattva is a purity, pure feeling, the blissful feeling, the happiness, the love within. That is sattva. And that is our default nature. Default nature means हमारा जो actual nature है ना, that is sattva only. जैसे बच्चा होता है, उसका default nature क्या है? आप उसको डांटोगे, फटकारोगे, थोड़ी देर में वो आपको माफ कर देगा, वो बढ़िया हंस रहा है, मुस्कुरा रहा है, वो मस्त है. वो जो मस्त रहना होता है ना, दैट इज सत्व, द प्योरिटी. इसीलिए कहते हैं शायद कि बच्चे भगवान का रूप होते हैं. भगवान मीन्स द सत्व, द प्योरिटी. दैट्स व्हाट वी ऑल आर एमिंग अबाउट. हमें वहां पहुंचना है. सब चाहते हैं हमें निर्वाणा मिल जाए, हम ये हो जाए, वो हो जाए, बट आपको कहीं जाना नहीं है. It is your default nature. Sattva is there within you. So Satvavajaya Chikitsa helps us to win over the Sattva which is there within. But what happened with the ages? As I was telling you of the experiences that we hold within. With the ages, there are the multiple experiences that we have in our family, with the society, for self, which we keep on storing. Social conditioning and the multiple conditioning. ये अच्छा है, ये बुरा है, ये करना चाहिए, ये नहीं करना चाहिए, इस समय हमें ऐसा रिएक्ट करना चाहिए, अरे पापा ने इस समय ऐसा गुस्सा किया था, तो वो हमारा नेचर बन जाता है, अच्छा इसको गुस्से से रिजॉल्व करेंगे. Because of all those conditioning, that default nature somewhere or the other suppresses. And then the ego takes over, that is the Raj. Raj is the prime dosha of mind. Like for the body, the prime dosha is Vat. Similarly for the mind, the prime dosha is Raj. Raj जो हमें, जिसके कारण हमें गुस्सा आता है, jealousy, all sorts of negative emotions, that is coming because of Raj. And when we start holding those emotions within, then it is the Tama. Those emotions which are suppressed within, जो हमारे अंदर इतना भर जाते हैं कि हम उसी को लेके ही रिएक्ट करने लग जाते हैं. Like there are many people जिनसे आप कुछ भी पूछो, यार चलो ये करते हैं, the first answer is नहीं यार ऐसा हो गया तो. The first instinct is fear. Why that fear is coming? The fear is coming only because of the past experiences. Those past experiences stored within, letting the person to react with fear at every instance. It is just simple the reaction. So what we do in the Satvavajaya Chikitsa is we help to restrain mind from the unwholesome object. We relaxes Raj. We help to release Tam, and we let the Sattva grow more. The moment the default nature of yours, the Sattva starts coming up, you start feeling that wisdom, because the whole objective of Satvavajaya Chikitsa is the Gyan. Gyan means self-realization, that you start realizing, because it's a whole process where we take you there in the subconscious mind with the different techniques mentioned in the Ayurveda. We figure it out that what is that actual cause, because the actual whole why we are doing the Satvajaya is for the Gyan, Vigyan, Smriti and Samadhi. Gyan is the self-realization. जैसे कि let's take it again an example. हम दिवाली की सफाई करते हैं, सभी लोग करते हैं दिवाली पे सफाई. क्यों करते हैं सफाई? ये कहीं ना कहीं हमें पता है कि यार सब कहीं गंदगी है, तभी हमें सफाई करने की जरूरत पड़ती है. But if we know कि no, we had kept our house very clean, every corner is being cleansed daily, then do we need to do the specific cleansing for the Diwali? No, right? But why do we do the cleansing? Because some way or the other we know that we need to clean it. Similarly, there in our mind, if we know that we need to clean this, then only we'll be able to clean it. But we pass our whole life without even realizing that this particular thing needs to be cleaned. And we start saying to ourselves, यार मैं तो ऐसा ही, गुस्सा आता है, मेरे को तो गुस्सा आता रहता है, मुझे छोटी छोटी बातों पे डर लगता रहता है, मुझे एंजाइटी होती रहती है. We accept that part, but we do not accept that we need to release this. This is a particular emotion which is not helping you anymore. So what do we need to do over here is that what we do in the Satvajaya Chikitsa is that Gyan, self-realization. We help the person to know actually what the issue is. कि यार ये सफाई करने की जरूरत है. जब सफाई करने की जरूरत है, जब पता चल जाता है ना ये प्रॉब्लम है, then we help to release that directly from the subconscious state. Then comes the Vigyan. Vigyan means from the external knowledge. When we have that self-realization, फिर बाहरी रूप से हमें पता चल जाता है कि this, because of this reaction of mind, we are reacting in this way and we are attracting those other stuff for self. फिर वो बाहरी रूप का, outer अपने environment का भी we just start changing it. And the smriti, that why that particular thing happened to me, why am I holding that particular emotion? So again, we go deeper there in the subconscious state through the multiple techniques. Again, we help the person to release it. What we do is that we do not release the memory, we release the raj or tam over there in that particular instant, from that particular experience. We help the person to feel the sattva in that particular instant there in the past experience. So automatically the experience changes to the sattva, the habit changes to the sattva. जो भी अंदर रज और तम भरा हुआ coming from the past, that has been released and the sattva has been elevated. And by continuously doing the whole process, person starts winning over the sattva. And the last is the samadhi. जब ना आपका जो slate है वो खाली हो जाएगा mind का, means there is no past negative experience, it's all neutral. How will you be feeling? It's been the best feeling ever. It's the bliss, it's the real happiness, it's a real enlightenment, it's a real self-awareness. So that is samadhi. When you are living in that state constantly, that neutral state constantly, that sattva state constantly. So that's the whole motive of Satvajaya Chikitsa. And the important thing is that it's been all written in Ayurveda. I'm just helping people through the Satvajaya Chikitsa, because what I have experienced in my whole practice is that no matter it's diabetes, no matter it's thyroid, no matter it's weight gain, no matter it's cervical, no matter it's IBS, only giving medicines helps the person for the short instant. And if they are vulnerable to a particular disease, they finally land to the same disease or the diseases again and again. If we really want to help the person, I start practicing the Satvajaya Chikitsa. Why I am into it is that since the age of 6, I am into spirituality. My Nanaji is a yoga guru. So with him, I'm practicing yoga, chakras, and the yoga, I mean the meditation specifically. What I've been taught is that first thing that you need to deal is the consciousness of a person. क्योंकि आप किसी को ठीक नहीं कर सकते हो, क्योंकि बीमारी आपने नहीं दी है, बीमार सामने वाला हुआ है, बीमारी उसने खुद से अट्रैक्ट करी है, तो कारण उसी के अंदर है. जब तक व्यक्ति नहीं चाहेगा ठीक होना, तब तक वो ठीक नहीं होगा, और उसको चाहना पड़ेगा ठीक होना, वो चाहेगा तभी ही ठीक होगा. The moment the person is willing to get ready, at that time When we introduce the Satvajaya Chikitsa, the wisdom rises. The moment the wisdom rises, the energy start getting cleansed. The blockages, the energy blockages, the inner childs, all the beliefs start getting cleansed, and then the body starts getting healed. हम सबको पता है कि in every 120 days we are having the new cells, but still we are in the same disease or the same beliefs. Why? Because we are not choosing to change. And we are not choosing to change. Why? Because we don't even know what to choose. So with the process of whole Satvajaya Chikitsa, we help the person to actually realize what to be changed, how to be changed, and how to live in that state so that you can actually be healthy and you can be off every medicines. Not only allopathic, not only homeopathic, but also the Ayurvedic and all sorts of the disease. And then only you can stay healthy throughout the life. That is the whole Satvajaya Chikitsa. Hopefully you all have got that insight of it. For more details, you guys can contact me anytime and we can work on that also.